Hey,
Hi,
everybody.
Jeff.
Hi, Denise. How are
I'm
we?
so glad it's been 2 weeks.
Two
So I
weeks
think
too long. Seems
I
like an
know we
eternity.
I know it. 2 weeks can be a long time. But before you know it, it'll be 2 weeks again and we'll be back right back here. But
Time
then you
seems to
could
be
say
moving a lot slower now for some reason.
finally
Yeah,
slow down.
yeah.
Hey Julie,
Hi, Julie.
did you get hold of Bobby?
What?
Did you get hold of Bobby?
I copied Bobby, but I never heard back from Bobby. I must
Okay.
have inadvertently. I inadvertently blocked him. I don't know. I don't think I did, but Bobby,
Okay.
if you see this, um, text me. I know I didn't block you there. Or I'll text you. I don't know what's happening. I'm starting to think there's some sort of a cult thing going on here. I don't mean cult. I mean
But
OCCULT.
hi everybody. Hi Donna.
Hi,
Hi Kendra.
Kendra.
Um there's something going on, and I was telling Julianne earlier today about I was doing a recording. I was recording a show live. In the middle of the recording, it flashed off, both screens all shut down, and they came right back up within seconds. But then my show didn't record. It recorded, kept recording, but all day I didn't see it up on my channel. So I went back in, and then I had to restart it. I had to put it live.
And we're out of retrograde, so I don't know what's going on, but it's been worse lately, it seems like, with my computer and some of the things like I'm technologically doing. And
So I started shutting mine down at least once a week. Totally shutting it all the way down. I've been shutting all my Wi-Fi down and restarting it just to clean out all
yeah,
the caches
more
and
of us
all that.
should be doing that probably.
Because anyway,
You know who's
so
hacking into it, so.
so what do you got to tell me, Jeffrey, regarding Putin and Trump up in Alaska? Did 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 uh, did Putin walk away a satisfied man?
I think it's still happening.
Is it really?
Yeah. I don't know what the time difference is between here and Alaska, but if you go online right now, they were waiting for a public, like a joint statement from the two of them. And I don't know if it's 4 hours and what part of Alaska and how many different time zones there are. But I think it's either at like the middle, at most in the middle right now.
Okay.
And I don't know. I would imagine he's not too far inland, Putin. I would imagine for fear of his life. Maybe I don't know.
Kendra says, "Did you hear the questions a reporter asked Putin?"
I did not. No, I
I
didn't.
didn't either. I've been like I told you earlier. I see the news because you can't get away from it, but I've been trying to avoid it. I've been binge watching Friends last 3 days. The record. Just go any place that there's no politics, there's no commercials, so I don't
You're
get any.
better. You're better off. You're probably better
I
off because in reality, there's nothing you can do about it. So what do you?
Donna says it's 3:34 p.m. in
Oh, it
Alaska right
is. How many different time zones are in Alaska, though?
now. I don't know if there's one or two. I know
It's so vast, you know.
because when I used to have to take a load out to Nova Scotia, that put me out in the Atlantic Ocean, and that was time zone past. I forget what the time is, but it's 1 hour earlier than our time. So at 7:34 here, it would be 6:34 and there. So and I went to California. I've never made it to Alaska.
Only two. There are only two in Alaska.
Oh, two time zones?
Hmm.
That's a big
The
state. I
Hawaii
wonder,
time zone, the Hawaii Aleutian time zone, and the regular Alaska time zone.
huh. I'm doing good, Julie, and I was doing good. How you guys all doing out on here? Did you all win the lottery this week? Did you all get a inheritance from a long lost grandpa or aunt or uncle or that you'd never met, but they they knew you existed and left you that beautiful mountain ranch in California mountains or something? I'm writing, Julianne. I'm writing. See that? Julianne and I were talking about writing earlier today. Her and I both write, so well, you do too. So
That I do.
yeah. So I did say something to Bobby about coming on with you and I,
I did too, I thought.
and he was kind of yeah he liked that idea. So you'll have to find out what your guys' connections are. If you want, I'll resend um, your address to him and you his address, just in case there's a typo in the email address. You
That
know
could
how
be.
sometimes I don't trust nothing anymore. Donna goes, "Oh, I wish." That's a Joey from Friends, Denise. Oh, yeah. How you doing, Denise? Yep. Yeah. Now that you say that, how you doing? It should have been Doing. Yeah, doing. The way he said it. Yep. Okay. What else have we got to talk about tonight, Jeffrey? We've been doing? I've been checking on some of your videos.
um, well, I'm kind of in between today for some reason. Like I was in a really good energy vibe like most of the day, and then like all of a sudden it kind of went kaput. So
I've
I
been
don't
having
know.
a good day too.
Like mine went way, way up where it was normal, and then it was like, yeah. And then when I got to work, I'm just like, eh.
And you get out at 7 o'clock.
I got out at actually I was supposed to get out around 4, but I got stuck on a call and documentation, so I was there till the end. And I had been given the time off, because we get it automatic. We get it. You put in for it, and it gives it to you automatically if you qualify for it. If you're one of the first to grab it. And I got waitlisted, and then like 10 or 15 minutes later, in the heat of a long call that turned into over an hour, I could have gone home at 3:30, but instead I ended up going home at 5.
Oh,
So those sorts of things subconsciously play with your mind, I think, even when it's like, even when the person you're doing your job and it's fine, and then when you're done you're like, uh but they can't, in other words, they won't deduct it because we still have to put in for it. In other words, they'll grant it to you for the number of hours they want, that they're offering it to you if you have it available. But we still have
oh
to
yeah.
put in for it, and I didn't know how to put in for it. And I consider myself pretty technologically advanced. I average like 1993 when the internet came out. I was there for it, or when it
I
was,
was too.
when it became big.
Yeah, I
In
was too.
1993, I had my email and all that. But like now, there are too many systems in this job in healthcare. There's like a prior authorization system, an organizational determination system, a customer database system, like you have in sales jobs like Salesforce. They're like 10 different, and it's like you've got all these screens open. We got 2 computers, and it's like after a while, and then the documentation has to be just so. You're like, ah, yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, if you don't have all them those middlemen to suck up the profits, so that us poor working folk.
Well, yeah, and then that's the other problem too. Is it's like, you know, you're trying to be personable at the same time that you're trying to be, you
Yeah,
know, not
strike
just
out.
professional, but do it like to the letter of what they want. And I
Yeah.
know they say they only grade 9 of our calls. They got to be looking at all of them because there are calls from previous months that OQA, organizational quality assurance, reads, and it's like, why are you going back 4 months? It doesn't even count anymore. You know what I mean? So it's Big Brother
Yeah.
is watching.
Yeah, I wonder about that all the time, Julianne. And a really nice house too now. Do you see this where Julianne put if the AZ's got to be in his email address?
Yeah,
Okay.
I
Yeah,
do.
they were using it, Julianne, and then it just stopped.
I don't know why, but
Hey, Kish, Fatima,
there's
Mel
no
B.
feud with Bobby. There's no feud. I don't know what, you know.
I, that's like YouTube sometimes takes
Oh my
our
God. And don't even talk to me about
algorithm.
the algorithm. The algorithm now. I'm not getting notifications of videos. I was talking today. I was in Terry at Holding Your Spaces morning chat because I had my phone on while I was supposed to be working. And she was talking about how the algorithm has changed here. And I said, well, yeah, I'm still, there was a period where I stopped getting notifications from somebody. So then, you know, for like a second, I unsubscribed and resubscribed, and I was getting them. They've been doing videos again the last week and a half, and I've gotten none of the notifications. I'm like, what the hell is going on? There's something funky going on around here
Doge.
for entertainment purposes.
Doge, Doge got in there and screwed it all up.
Well,
This is
I'm
my
just saying, like, and this isn't like this reader. This reader has a number of viewers. I mean, she's got like double like what I have now that I'm really blowing up for a while. And all she does is political, practically. So I'm thinking my little conspiratorial brain is like, maybe that's it. Maybe they're trying to like tone her down a little bit, turn the dial down, move the needle.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's I just never imagined I would be having to go through this shit again.
Yeah, it sucks. It just plain
This is
sucks. It
this is the
fucking
third
sucks.
time as an adult and one time as a child. God, it was horrible in the
Well,
60s.
was it? I mean, I don't
Yeah,
know. Yeah.
it was horrible in the 60s. Hell, we had bunk beds and we had a bunk bed, we had a double bed in one bedroom, then there was another double bed in another bedroom, and then the basement had one, two, three rooms, four rooms down there. And my mom and dad put beds all over down there, and then their bedroom was on the first floor on the front. I slept in the closet. I remember that.
How
I was
many
about
siblings, Denise? How many siblings?
I'm the youngest out of eight.
Whoa,
Seven
that's like my
seven
dad.
girls and one boy. And then my dad took the attic and finished it off and then built more beds up in there. That was how bad the economy was back in the 60s. That's why I say, I'm just sick and tired of it. Every time
Yeah, you're right. Come to think of it, that's
every
how
time
maybe.
a Republican gets in, this country goes to crap, and then we're right back to where we start again. And this is why I had to stop watching the news, and I got to get back to writing, which isn't much better, to be honest.
Well,
But
the thing about it is now it's like, you know, it's one thing to want change, but to be that stupid when someone's openly telling you what they want to do to the country, which he did tell them, and Project 2025 was all over the internet. And he's flat out lying to you, telling you that he won't do it. He doesn't know anything about it. And if you're believing him, and then I still think too, the 20 million votes that mysteriously went away, and no one did anything about it. And
and how much did Comey get paid for leaking that bullshit 2 weeks before the election?
Yeah. And that
about Hillary, which was all fabricated. And it was a little thing. They made a huge molehill out of it, and then turned around, and
there
she
are so
lost.
many things that you could cite as like turning points that could have been critical, where we could have gone a whole different
and Democrats
way.
Are finally
when Biden was running, Biden had no momentum in New Hampshire, and that's why they wanted to move everything to South Carolina, where he won. And then Barack Obama's calling in favors, right after the election or before in the primaries. And then 10 different candidates coalesce around the idea of getting out, and then becomes Biden. And then look. So at every point, the DNC had its finger on the needle too, with Bernie in 2016, right?
Yeah.
And it was the anointed one, Hillary, which would have been fine had she won, but there was dirt, and this country's
there was also a little short guy that has a funny accent when he talks. It's up in Alaska right now.
Yeah. In our country, no less. Yeah.
Yeah, he's in our country right now, and
it's like I said on my community page.
Said, hey,
I heard at the beginning of the year, it's on tape somewhere. On video of one of my videos. I heard
Trump asking for 30,000.
Putin, come on in. Putin, come on in is what I heard.
Yeah.
And then I heard let them eat cake. And then there's that thing, that viral thing going around right now of the fucking cake with Diddy in it, Pardon, Ghislaine, all these AI visions.
What really... And the saddest part about this whole damn thing is that I finally had to tell my son one day, after I thought to God I was having a stroke, arguing with his dumbass. Just talking about it is making my head hurt.
Yeah.
And then he comes up with everything he said about a Democrat is everything that the Republicans were doing. The Republican convinced all of their cult members the negative, what they were actually doing, the drugs, the pedophiles, the corruption, the deep state, that was all fucking Republican. And now I don't have any family.
And Trump said he wonders if it's Democrats who are latching on to Epstein and creating the doubt to make him look bad. Something like that.
Yeah, he said they all made it up, but yet when he was running for election, I got you marked, Julianne. She's trying to get us off a top. Or have a heart attack here on screen. Anyway, I lost. Trump has made me lose everything. The first time he was in office, my dog Teddy died. And this time, and since then, I lost my kids to him. And I don't know. So if I've got an attitude, I apologize, but I'm not sorry.
I remember when I was fundraising, I didn't know enough to know what I know now, but I remember having spoken to one woman after he won, and this was in 2016. She thought that he was going to put people in camps then. I'm like, that's exaggeration. That's total exaggeration. Now look. So, and then there was someone that was on the line too. And when he came down the elevator, I guess you could view it as a fascist sort of thing Hitler would have done or something like that. And I don't think I made the association, but someone told me at that time, I think Donald Trump, and it was either before or after that, I don't remember. I think Donald Trump's a fascist. I don't want him in office. Here's $200. And now the Democrats are entirely, the public is fed up. Stop giving, they're stopping the money. They're done. They're not giving the money anymore.
I won't give a dime to any of them. I won't give a dime to any of them.
And
I
we,
I, I pay my effing taxes every freaking year. I even pay taxes now. I shouldn't be having to pay
no, you
taxes, but I
shouldn't be.
do. I shouldn't be, but I am.
You
And,
have a
and
sales tax in Michigan too, right?
yep, and we
Yeah.
have a sales tax and our
You have an
gas
income
tax.
tax?
We have income
Yeah.
tax. Yep, and school tax and property tax, and
Oh my
I,
God.
I I'm not giving them another freaking dime. I've helped, and it got me freaking nowhere. So now I continue to vote. And I don't even think my vote counted this year because this is a red county, and they had this great big meeting at the Ogama County Hall, and I saw it, and I had this gut feeling that I just wanted to go in there so bad. I just wanted to go in there and see what they were up to. I wanted to, and I thought, no, if I went in there, I couldn't keep my mouth shut, and they would have me something done to me. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you're in a swing state too.
yeah,
I'm sure
we're,
your
yeah,
state was targeted for one of those, to bomb
oh,
threats or, yeah.
oh, yeah. They kidnapped our governor or attempted to kidnap
Oh,
our
yeah.
governor
That's right.
this time
Gretchen was,
around.
yeah.
Yeah, they were going to kill her.
And Trump was into it too. I think all the
Yeah.
Trumpers were like wicked into
Well,
it.
what do you think, Ivanka? What do you guys think of Ivanka being in charge of the wrestling matches on the White House
Oh,
lawn?
yeah. I heard about
You
that.
know,
I
is,
got that
is
one out there from that
and
video. Yeah.
Trump's idea for that one, Jeffrey, is he thinks that they should take the immigrants and fight against ICE agents to see who can win. If the immigrant wins, they can
Is that
get
true?
their.
Wow.
That's what
That's very,
for entertainment purposes only.
that's very Greek, or what do you call it? Colosseum-ish, or it's so
Yeah,
sick. It's so sick.
the man is. I can't cry anymore. Oh my God. I can't be upset anymore. I'm just praying to God that I survive the lunacy of this and never have to go through it again. 4 times in one lifetime's enough.
If he leaves, even
He
if
ain't
he
gonna.
dies, it's so embedded now.
Yeah,
We're past the point of no return. You know,
it's
it's gonna have to come from us, I think, instead of from up there. It's gonna have to be bottom up instead of top down.
yep.
And
You see,
I think it'll be nasty. I think it could get really nasty in this country. I mean, look at
I
the.
think it's gonna get really bad. I just between now and
I would
next
say
month, I just
2030. I
9/11. I'm September 11th. I
I
don't
had
know.
that too. I thought something between now and 9/11 again. Yeah.
This with Putin and Trump, this is
Well, and if too,
it's uncharted
yeah, it's
territory.
uncharted territory, and the otr part of it is too. It's like, as far as the earth minerals go, I don't see how Trump is even that stupid to think that that's going to stop the war. So I got to think that it's more in debt. He's going to sell it as like a trade deal, and sell it
Yeah,
as like something that will leverage, and his base will eat it up.
yep, they
What a
believe it.
peacemaker!
Oh,
Yeah,
trillions of dollars he's brought in already.
I got it by
Trillions,
light. Hi,
trillions
Melby.
of dollars. Of course, he spends trillions a month. So what the
That's
fuck?
true.
We got to have trillions coming in just in order to pay for his golfing and his airplane gifts and his crypto and
Hmm. Yeah.
we got to make up for his stocks that he loses money at.
Oh well. We
Oh,
need
let's go.
to.
Go to
let's.
let's go to
let's
Julianne's or 7:38. Yeah, Julianne's our first question.
okay. I'm glad we stopped then, because I was like, I can't do this anymore.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the wrong question. What is it? Yeah, that's the wrong question. All right, then Well, we have first we got Abby. Abby, you still with us? I know we're kind of screwed around, but Jeff and I haven't talked in 2 weeks.
They're going, that's your fucking problem. Give us our
Well,
reading.
yeah.
You fucking figure it out yourself. Go fuck
Hey,
yourself.
that's why this disorganized organization with Jeff. That's our title. Hi guys, will my sister be moving soon? Or any news on my jobs applications? Please, Denise. Hugs. Let me see. Uh,
I don't know. For some reason, I'm seeing a wilted flower pot, and I'm wondering why do you want to get her out of there? But let me see. Hmm. There's a real downer between one of you. There's like
that
jealous energy, downer energy. I don't know.
I
One of
got more of a frustration. There's something going
There's
on.
cheating, there's stealing.
I don't get.
Who's the guy that keeps coming into the house or that is in the past that maybe you shared besides your father? I mean, I okay, so
Let me go up.
okay, so wait a second. Wow. Now is not the time to be moving or thinking about moving. And I'm going to tell you why. Um, let me just make sure that okay, how am I doing this? Oh, okay, this this way. Yeah, I guess this way and then this way.
I will.
Okay. All right. So here's the thing. The first thing that came in is the Queen of Swords. No one sees the Queen of Swords coming, but what it was challenged by is the Nine of Cups. There's that one thing that's missing here. There's one missing piece to the puzzle that it's almost like someone's trying to find out something or one up somebody else all the time with this as the energy. This counters it. So I don't know if there's like drinking or some sort of annoying habit that someone has as far as overspending. But what confuses me is that someone gets loaned a lot of money and it's either costing a fortune to live alone or to have someone else live with you. And it's almost fraudulent how much someone's having to sacrifice. In the past, there's this idea of trying to reclaim what someone else had, um, and or trying to get back what was yours. Up top is the King of Cups, trying to balance that energy for the sake of a child or someone else. King of Pentacles. I feel like someone else controls the purse strings here in some way where she's concerned. Someone doesn't want her living with them. Seven of Cups in the position of what do you want to call it? Illusions, delusions, like what you think is the problem is not the problem. There's something else going on that's even worse. The outcome card is someone out in the cold. And then I had the devil come in the position of hope and fear. The fear is that there's a codependency there. Like it would be worse somewhere else. There's this anxiety about moving. I'm getting shaken by it. I don't know if someone's in withdrawal. And then the this card came in reversed, which to me means that you can't part ways because there's some sort of thing, whether it's financial or not. So I don't think on the issue of moving, anyone's going anywhere anytime soon. As far as the jobs go, I didn't see that either. That's what my guides are telling me. That's all I got.
Okay.
And yeah. I mean, I'll use the pendulum on it, but I'll do that after you're done.
Okay. Because I planned on doing the pendulum too. I had to run my dog out. That's where I had to run to. Family, feminine, harmony, calm, assistance. And when Jeffrey was reading to you, you don't mind me calling you Jeffrey, do you?
No.
Okay.
I'll take it as a term of endearment.
It is. Otherwise, I'd be going, Jeff. And
Yeah,
really,
yeah.
I'm really bad
I hated
Jeff
it when no one ever really called me Jeffrey when they were mad at me, except my grandmother maybe or my aunt. But
isn't that funny? My nickname was Dennis the Menace.
Was it? Because of
That was my
Denise. Yeah.
And you know where the menace came from, right? I was a handful. So, Abby, is there a Gemini and a Libra in your family? Are we talking about someone's birthdays in May or June? Or maybe your sister will be moving out in September, October. Feminine. We got a feminine presence right here. And it says it's family. Protect each other. Saying protect each other. But when Jeffrey was reading to you, Abby, I picked up also, this is not the time for anybody to be moving. This is something, if there's issues, if you can work it out, it'd be best.
I feel like there's something else there. Yeah.
Yeah, there's something coming. And I think family is, you need to protect each other is what I came up with. But then I did come up with harmony. You got to see both sides, it says. And I just, the time isn't right now in the world anywhere. The only time it would be good to move is if there was a danger issue or something like that. But harmony is so important. You need to stay. The minds are scattered. You're under too much pressure. You're looking for a job. And what was it? Also, her son. I'm looking for right here. Be moving. And then you're looking for new job applications. Looking for a job is stressful. So I think the turmoil of that and what's going on in our lives, and I just think that's all. I think I'm glad you came to us tonight for this, because think twice. Spirit's telling me it's not a good time. I see darkness. If this family splits up, I see a darkness.
Maybe that King of Cups in the subconscious was your dad. I'm sorry, Abby.
Our dad passed, and we just wanted to be closer.
Get my pendulum. Find it.
My kitty cats. Oh, where's she? Oh, she's not there anymore. These guys. do it left-handed. Okay, Gellick, Nancy, and Kathy, you guys are with me, right? Yes. Okay. Will will Abby's sister be able to move soon? Yes. Will it be September, October? Yes. I think that's what that September, October card was. And you may not get a job until I think it was like spring, late winter, spring when the economy picks up. Right now, jobs are so bad. Will Will Abby find a job in September? Will Abby find a job in September? Will Abby find a job in September? No. Will she get a job in this month? Does she? What is the possibility she'll have a job this month? Yes. Says I got a yes for this month. You still will be hearing back from
I
from
asked
there.
the pendulum about a job just now, and I'm getting a no.
See, the first question was no, but the second one came back yes.
Maybe I'm asking it wrong. Did you give a time? Did you put a time frame on it when
She
you asked?
said what the applications that she had put in.
Okay, now with that, when you talked to it and it said applications, and I thought applications, now I'm getting a yes. So there's
Yeah.
something going on with one of them, and also I got a message from her father about wanting to hug both of you together at once, like before. I don't know what that meant.
I got a yes on the job applications, the job applications that she submitted.
All right, now I'm getting a yes on the applications when I put it. So there's something going on here about something where it's fluid, meaning it's where you're putting your energy in as far as applying, is what I'm thinking, versus where I think you're scouting out. I think you're like either looking in the wrong place, or with the applications you're putting out, you need to follow up more on them. Is that what you're saying, Pendy? Yeah, that's what I think. I don't know. But yeah, I don't think you should be moving though. I'll ask Pendy on the moving question, but
See, whoa,
Pendy, I haven't calibrated you tonight. I rely on your force and your insight. Right now, Abby's in the middle of a tumultuous
see,
situation. Can't place the blame on all those who've come before her, for they haven't left the stain. There's a stain they're showing me, Abby, somewhere. Okay, should Abby be moving first? Should Abby be moving first? No. Don't even think about it, is what they're telling me.
see, I see darkness, and it doesn't mean bad. It just means to me when darkness is not a time for
It's
movement.
it can be nothingness,
Yeah,
or it could be a void of some type that's not being filled. So you gotta either look at what it's not or look at what it is and say to yourself, what is it really about? That's what I got on a lot of that question about the moving. I
yeah.
feel like there's something there with that more than anything, more than the job.
I think it's. Let's see. I'm just okay. You guys will sister be moving soon. Or news. Okay. Next is Jags. May I have a general reading for the end
Oh,
of
Abby.
August and into my birthday next week, September 9th. Why is it hot in here? I don't get why I get hot. The computer's not hot. Everything's modern. I mean, it's not like the old ones where the heat used to radiate off those monitors and the computers, and you had to have air conditioning running just to keep them up and going. Man, Yeehaw.
Julie's floating through the air, like the kind of saints of whom you should beware, the kind of force that's mystical. If the lies that were told were biblical, Julie has to be aware. A general reading, God of my angels, for Julie for the last part of August into her birthday week. Remember, a birthday week to remember in September. Wow. I'm seeing the interplay of two forces here, and it's a question of whether you're going to free yourself of it. There's almost this sense, I don't know if your birthday is a significant birthday, like 30, 40, 50 type of thing, but there's this sensation of like this loud energy, this manifestation energy with sort of the darker, because it's the high priestess reversed. This, like if you can't put a lid on it, you feel like you shouldn't do it. And the energy is change. It's the death card that you're sitting in right now. So there's this sort of, I don't know if it's chemical or if it's maybe menopausal or what it is, because in the past you were fertile, now you're not. But the emperor's on top of you. And the thing about that is it's like, you're not going to be subservient anymore. You've had it. And I think the greater issue is sometimes taking self-responsibility means owning your part, but not letting someone else thrust upon you what's theirs. And I kind of feel like they've done that to you too much in the past. So that equilibrium that everybody sees is out of whack for you. There's something with your chakras, and I'm hearing the heart chakra and the life, the, what do you call it, the red one, the root chakra. There's something going on here between heart and life force, and there's something that is being disturbed by someone in the past that had an effect on you. I'm also getting the Wheel of Fortune reversed. This to me actually it is upright. This is kind of out of your control right now. You're floating on air, is what they're telling me. They're telling me that what you're supposed to be doing is gliding. You're almost in a position where you could be gliding, but the problem is people need to get the fuck out of your way. The boundaries. This is a boundary card. You have the motivation and the instinct to lead yourself in the right direction. So as far as what's upcoming, it's better for you to move. They're telling me you can't, the expression, you can't go through, you can't go around, you have to go through it. But you've got the right momentum behind you finally. And I feel like you know that. Just don't be deceived. And I don't know if this comes back to that person you want to meet again. Don't be deceived by someone that actually might promise you they have something in hand for you. The only one that has it is you. So I think between now and your birthday, whatever it was that you wanted to achieve within the next, they're telling me 2 years, it's going to start coming into place.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes any sense. Seems like a lot of gobbledygook to me, but that's what I got. That's what they're saying.
I know that's like we're like going, like it makes no sense to us until
It
they
makes
tell
no
us.
sense to me either. Most of what I say makes no sense to me. So why should this
it
be
makes sense to us. So
it does when I'm saying it. Yeah.
this isn't fair because you brought up the chakras. And Julianne and earlier today we were doing a Zoom meeting because I had to ask some stupid questions. And she was showing me her paintings of chakras
Oh, was she?
for,
Oh, cool.
yes, for her book.
I've been doing
So
Denise Siegel's bubble of light meditation, and it goes through all the chakras. She's got like two different ones, but go ahead. Yeah,
yeah,
they
it
work
does.
really
See,
well.
she goes. It does make sense to her.
Oh, it
She
does.
goes,
Okay.
it makes sense to me.
It feels
That
like, yeah, it feels like this sort of light, this sort of life, like blissful sort of thing. It doesn't feel like in the beginning it kind of did, but I think you've seen it for what it is. I'll shut
I
up.
did too.
I'll be right back.
And Julianne, and to continue on with that, um, what I've got is escapism right here. Sensitivity is needed to your own need. And then you'll see clearly now your spirits, your path is saying, do you see me now? Oh, I threw it on the floor. That's not good for the cards, and I don't want to run over dogs. So. Okay. Well, you sure can't tell we don't have $1 million budgets to run these shows. But you have control. And it's funny because he brought up about change of life. And this one here is reproductive organs. So, and that's Scorpio, Julianne. So, October, November, maybe that's when you're going to see that improvement. It's going to be work connected. So, you got it. It's work connected. Um, but it's saying it's work connection. And be compassionate, and don't let things get you overwhelmed, emotionally overwhelmed on this. And if you like, I don't know if you like water or not, but when you start to feel overwhelmed, if it's possible, take a shower or take a bath. I wish I had a jacuzzi, but I can't afford one. I've been thinking about buying one of them blow up ones and stick it inside my shower. So, but don't let it get you down because it'll drain you. Always make sure you rest between, even if you don't do anything except maybe watch TV. Yeah, isn't that? Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. September, October. Yeah. Oh, I got to go run get my dog. I was hoping to wait for Jeffrey to come back. That's the reproductive organs. That's the pelvic. Yeah. Hi, guided by light. Huh. That was pretty good, Julianne. Guided by light. How did you come up with that name, Guided by Light? I think I have other ones. No, Mel, Abby. I didn't get Abby. Da, da, da. Oh, I have to go get my dog because if I don't, my neighbors panic, and then she gets overwhelmed, and then I'm panicking. So I gotta go get my dog. This is not working.
Okay. Guided by light. All right. Hi, Denise and Jeff. Can I have a reading, please, for the rest of the month to September? Please, is there any good things happening to me? No, for me. Thank you. They're showing me a church, um, guided by light, but the shadows are a blight.
I,
Wandering,
I
wan-
I'm sorry. I tried to hold off, but the dog was just, and she
wandering
then she goes into a heat
through
stroke,
the
and then
night. I put myself through the paces to make it right. Teleporting like the sun and the moon that raise the oil. Has there been an explosion or anything around you lately? like any type of they're showing me like a gas explosion or something, but let me see what they're going to show me here. uh, okay. um, well, here's the thing. What I think I'm seeing with this has to do with like a projection. And I almost was seeing a couple things here. When I did the poetry prayer, I kind of saw you astral traveling in your dreams. But I also see a couple things here that are a little bit concerning to me, but the future's a lot better. The first thing that I got for you was the Wheel of Fortune reversed, which to me, something hasn't happened in the timing that you have wanted it to. And at the same time that it hasn't happened when you wanted it to, there's a really ugly man around you. There's somebody that doesn't have your best interests at heart. And I kind of feel like um, the thing with this was the idea that it was predestined and you couldn't control it was to a certain point. But then when it became within your favor to control it, or you could control it, I feel like for the longest time, you were relying on what you mistook as fate was free will, or free will was fate, because you got the hope card. And yet, at the same time, when you finally started actually doing something about it, you realize that when you look back, because this is in your past, when you look back, there wasn't a grand conspiracy, but it felt like that. It felt like this was a plan gone awry. So, what I'm telling you is Eight of Cups again, except this time I think it did come in upright. So, what I'm telling you is that you've you've come a long way as far as, and they're showing me a motorcycle for some reason. I want to go like this with my hands, like on a bike. And they're telling me that like you've gone over the potholes and you've navigated it. And yeah, it hasn't been pretty lately. You might have been in an accident or something, a near death experience. That energy is what is internally yours. It seems like there have been a lot of deaths in your life, too many to count. I'm hearing strife with that. Um, and it left you in a position where everyone saw you as the needy one, the one that they'd have to go to and be like, oh, it's okay, it's okay. But see, again, the hope and fear is that you're going to piss someone off. The rest of this month and for the rest of the year, they're telling me that you need to put yourself first, because finally you're going to attract something or someone that actually is going to be legit, that they're not going to be a bamboozle you. Because I feel like men or men in positions of power have abused you, something like that. That's what I got for you. So to answer that question, I think more than anything, they're telling me you need to be the driver. You need to be the one steering this ship, because too often I feel like you might not have been, and then you only realized it after the fact.
Hmm.
Yeah, I hope it made sense. That's the gibberish that I'm feeling like it's all gibberish tonight, but that's what I got.
Okay, I'm just double checking the pieces there. What's happening? Every day I get up and I turn my TV on and I go to the local news to see what the obits are. And if I'm not listed in the obits, I know it's going to be a good day. That's how I see it starting Guided by Light. That's what popped into my mind about having the reading for the rest of the month and September. Every day is a gift. So you've got multiple issues you're dealing with, and they're connected to a masculine presence.
Yeah.
Got multiple. I love the octopus. It makes so much sense with the tentacles and
They
everything.
got their hands and everything, their tentacles and everything in your life.
Yep,
Yeah,
multiple.
multiple issues. Yeah, if not more than multiple.
Yeah, and then they have those little suction cups where it makes it hard to get away. And the connection is beyond the physical, but you have the presence of a male energy, and there's an irresistible lack of control.
Yeah.
And I don't know,
Yep.
I don't know if it's him or you, but there is definitely well, it must be him because it's next to his card. It's next to masculine, so it must be he has a lack of control, whether it's drugs, alcohol, abuse, sex, food. My husband was neurotic about mowing the yard. God damn, that son of a bitch. Our yard looked like a golf course, and he would move my bushes and plants. I'd have flowers and shit. He would dig them up and remove everything, and he drove me nuts. He'd get done watering the yard, and he'd wash his hose before he put it away.
Oh my God.
And so, with this, you'll see clarity. Your clarity is going to come to you. You're going to have a new perspective. You're getting a new perspective, and you're going to see the clarity of the situation. So let me use a pendulum. I'm into the marble one lately. Are things going to be getting better for guided by light? Yes, it's coming really big too. Is it pertaining to her living arrangements? Is it pertaining to her living arrangements? And it says no. It's stopped itself and it went to no. Because I
got
don't.
no. I got no too.
It's not your living arrangements. So is it your work? Is it where she works? Is it now it's stopping again? Is it pertaining to her job? Yes, there's a male presence in your job that's causing you problems. Is it going to get rectified soon?
It is a male presence because it started right left when you said that.
And right left is no for you or yes?
No, right left is yes for me. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because ours are just the opposite.
Oh, okay. You have to ask them kindly to cow me. You know what I mean? Like you have to play with them.
Oh yeah, I always
had to play with Pendy for all the times I've lost Pendy and then found her again. I feel like there are times she wandered off on her own.
Well, I know I have this one here, the selenite. It's disappeared on me 3 freaking times since I've owned it, and I've only owned it for about 6 or 7 months, and it disappears, and then I find it.
Oh, I know it's weird, and it's like they don't stay in one place. And then what I sometimes think is, well, like I'll have the dustbuster, or not the dustbuster, the Roomba going around the room. I'm like, maybe it knocked it off. So I'll be looking on the floor. It's nowhere to be found. And all of a sudden it'll be in 2 rooms down the hallway. I'm like, what? That weren't vacuumed. I'm like, what?
I found mine outside by the steps, and it had been out there for months in the snow, and I had to wait until the snow melted. So because I knew I'd lost it outside. I just didn't know where. I thought I did anyway, because I carried it in my bra, and
Yeah.
I lifted the dog up and it fell out. It had to have. And then, but I didn't realize it was gone for a long time. And then the next time I found it, it was in my refrigerator laying on cream cheese. I know, right? And the third time wasn't so bad. It was just up underneath my desk, but it's like I had to move the desk to find it. And the funny thing about I don't ever really lose anything. And if I do lose something, it doesn't mean a thing to me. I could care less if I lose something. I mean,
The more I
because it's
got rid of, the easier it was. I noticed lately when I cleaned, I have 1
like,
800 you got junk come in here. And the more that I cleaned everything and I got rid of it, I had less to worry about. So those things that I really care about more, I can always find them because I don't have to be like, yeah.
so, and that's what has happened to me. And I've just gotten to the point that anytime I bring something new into my house, I get rid of something. Well, my house is cluttered to me. And to other people, it isn't, but to me, it is. The energy, furniture sucks my energy, people.
That's
I
it. Yeah.
I pick up on stuff. I'd be driving down the road and go by a house and just feel the bile coming out of that house. Or in turn, I can feel the love in a house. It's being
So
a
is that
truck,
like, which of the five senses is that? Is that like clairsentient or something where you
something like
feel?
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they say very much of an empath, so it's really weird. So KCMR
Okay.
has a reading for what's coming in for the next 3 months, if possible. And earlier he had another question, or she had a question regarding something legal or something. But we're not lawyers. Uh, right there. A guy just filed legal documents for money owed by my ex N. So I guess ex neighbor. Do you see me victorious in this matter? I mean, getting back the money. So I guys just filed legal. Oh, okay. He's filing a small claims probably against a neighbor. I am sweating up a storm, and it's not hot here, folks. I really
KCMR, do you live near a paper mill or any sort of like garbage? What do you call
don't see.
those repositories or something like that? I also saw a horse jumping over not a barn, a fence, like a fence. I don't know if you were ever horseback riding, but let me just see something here.
Okay, KCMR is a female,
Oh,
and
really?
she
Okay.
and she replied no.
No. Okay.
Your question. No to your question.
Do you inflict abuse or do you take abuse? Because I kind of feel like you have this masochistic energy about you. You got the Queen of Swords, right? And its challenge card is the Strength card reverse. So I don't know if you have to be the one abusing, because I think it's been kill or be killed for you in a lot of situations. Yeah, and look what you got beneath it, the King of Swords. I'm, and I need to dial it back a bit because that's a bit harsh. If you have been abused, that's not good. Okay,
I definitely take abuse. Some
but
might say
I am
abuse.
I am getting huge abuse from these first three cards. But let me just keep going. Yeah, man. Wow. Okay.
She don't.
Uh,
Otherwise, she don't take no shit. They're gonna knock the hell out
I
of
feel
her.
for her like I feel it's a kill or be killed type of thing almost. Um,
I don't get mad. I
a
get even.
survivalist almost.
Yeah, I picked that up too.
She's had too many things. Too many things go wrong. Too many plans changed. Because when I get this, it's a lot about getting things ready or energy that's coming in quickly. Mercury in Sag. The problem is though that it's been stagnant or the plans have changed to where. And here we go again.
She's a
Someone around
Scorpio.
you. Yeah, someone's not. An Eight of Cups is it's Saturn in Pisces, but Eight of Swords comes in at the end. Um, this to me reminds me of a lot of time. It's Jupiter in Libra, I think. No, wait a minute. Or whatever. Um, what I'm saying is, I feel a lot of this is sexual. There's been sexual abuse, or there's like sex as a weapon, or relationships that have gone south as a result in the past of people that have promised things, and sex has been a, a weapon by men, and it's
You
something that they've weaponized. I
very
feel like
good.
something went wrong in relationships really badly. Is any of this?
She said it. They had a bad breakup and it went really bad.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. I mean, I don't know. Don't know. I don't read situationally. I read based on what the cards show me. So if the cards, when I put them together, show me a set of circumstances, KCMR, the way I read it is sometimes not like personal. It's more an abstraction of the situation. So to me, there's been a lot of mistreatment and abuse in relationship here. And I feel like they're telling me something too that you may have just gotten out in the nick of time. I don't know what that means.
Before he killed her.
That's what I got for you. And I have to say, honestly, those were the hardest cards tonight, the harshest, I think. I mean, there weren't a lot of bad majors in it, but there was still like a bad feeling about this. Like, I need to flee this now type
She
of
said
energy.
it's true. That's true. What we said. She got out in the nick of time. I picked that up and I haven't even thrown a card yet. Just listening to you and her. Picking it up. Police and hospitals involved.
Oh my God.
Was it police and hospitals involved? That's what I'm picking up. I could be over dealing. Stay away.
She
No.
said
Okay.
they could have been, though.
It could, yeah. I think
Maybe
that's where it
that's
was
what
headed.
Denise is saying. They could have been. I mean, I didn't get a lot of really like affirming energy. I mean, loving energy is one thing. When you don't get that, okay, fine. But I was getting like abusive energy, like mistreatment, maybe verbal abuse.
Okay. I've got basically the same thing. It's saying the connection was beyond physical. What did she say?
Yeah, that's what I think. The
Verbal
combination
narcissism.
of the wands, which is that ignition sort of energy with the thought, meant verbal.
And the second card covering the situation is the journey is over. The journey is over. It was a lot of confused mental struggle is what come up. Mental struggle with heavy burdens. You felt weighted issues. Just sometimes mental abuse is 10 times worse than physical. Physical's bad, don't get me wrong, but mental is harder to recover from. And other people don't see it as much. And it said you were playing with fire, caution. Here's caution, you're playing with fire. And if you let go, you'll be no longer tired, and you'll have the stamina to be renewed energy so you can continue on. Lucas, he was in. Who is that?
Uh, if you've ever watched General Hospital, Tristan Rogers or Young and the Restless, he was Kane's father on the Young and the Restless. He died at 79 of lung cancer today. Or it had been rumored that there was a problem with him on Facebook on the General Hospital page or one of those pages. There were a lot of times fake links about it. This one happened to be true. He died of lung cancer at 79 within the
What's it?
last few days, I think.
You know what's been hitting me today? Maybe since we don't have any questions.
Well,
Start.
KCMR is being more direct, yes. So because we didn't answer it, because we were so focused on the abuse, we didn't answer it. So what do I
I
have
guess.
coming in the upcoming months?
Well, mine did. Renewed energy. Mine came out
Yeah,
with
actually,
renewed
she did. Let me
energy.
look. Let me. And I wasn't even paying attention, but she did. Like I heard her say
And
that, and
yeah,
actually, she
and
did. So
it's no,
please
you'll no longer be tired now. So mine.
God of my angels, KCMR, the next few months, the ones that have been full of caution, beyond repair. Can she see without having to be constantly vigilant, constantly aware? Do you do any sort of breath meditation? For some reason, they're showing that to me. Wow, dude. I'm going to give you an answer to that question. I'm going to use Lenormand. Lenormand, a Lenormand deck will actually be about a fortune, specifically not the energy of the situation, which in that situation, over abundance of negative energy is what, not yours. I just mean how I read it, interfered with my giving it to you, the way to answer the question. Okay, here you are. Okay, so wow. Um, I'm getting a chill on this. I don't know why I'm hearing it. Um, you're going to find out something about him after the fact within the next few months. But you're going to be very thankful that you're out of there because you're going to be advocating for some other woman that's going to get in a relationship with him. But you do come in on the bottom of this, which doesn't necessarily mean something bad. But what it is telling me is that you got the letter card on top, the message, and then you got the coffin, putting something to rest. Are you traveling in the next few months or thinking about traveling by any chance? And were those plans marred in some sense? Because the reason I ask is I don't, I think you have this thing about doing something in your own mind that's self abuse, like self flagellation of some type. I want you to be kinder to yourself because they're telling me that what is coming can only come if you realize that this isn't about you. And I don't know, they're telling me it not doesn't necessarily have to do with him. There's something new coming in here, and it's a message to you specifically. Um, and you need you need to stop the abuse. You need to stop punishing yourself because once you do, there's something that you've been wanting to open for years that's starting to come through for you.
He's beat her down so bad. I have been. She says I've been hard on myself because of him.
Yeah, it seems even with like fortune cards, like I pulled out the Lenormand, which is good for reading situationally, and I'm just like getting like because she comes in the bottom here
Uh
on the
huh.
bottom and then at nights to travel. I feel like she needs to treat herself and go somewhere. I feel like there's like telegram energy or energy of something transactional, business, trade, something like that that might actually be a benefit to her. But what is situational here is something that she's not acknowledging about herself that actually is a strength. And I think it's the key to actually putting an end to this vicious cycle.
Yeah.
Um, Hold on, I'm not done yet. Here he is again. He comes in up top in one of the top positions, and you're all the way down at the bottom. Trickery. Um, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say it kindly. Did you ever get the sense that he were obsessed by you? Like, because if I read these literally, there's a man who's going to send a message that could be threatening, which is the coffin. Um, and this is a trickery card. And with the ship, it's transactional. Like you give me this, I'll give you this, and he might come back actually. And look what I got: the ring knighting to the coffin. He might be so distressed over you, he might hurt himself. Because I got the coffin knighting to the ring, knighting to the lady, and then I got the lady um, knighting to the clouds, and then knighting to the coffin. He has a really distorted view of you. He loves you one minute, he doesn't the next.
He's
It's
very manipulative, she
and
said.
it's this like wrangling sort of thing. I guarantee you, if you don't do something about him in the next couple months, I could be way off on this, but he's really troubled.
She goes, yes, he is, Jeff.
I can't get him out of the readings. Like I want to say something positive to you, but I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I don't.
He's in love hate with me now.
It's this weird like I almost feel like um, could you not have a child at some point? Like were you not able to have a child? Not necessarily for him, but because you wanted to and you couldn't, or he wanted it and you didn't.
Okay, what happened? All right, wait a minute. Okay, she writes, okay, what happened is he says, I put him out of the home. Well, did you or didn't you?
See,
That's
this is what
not,
I asked in the beginning. Either she's abusing or he's abusing
he
her.
is.
And I'm wondering what it is. Yeah, yeah, yes, yes. In the center is the reputation card, which is the moon and the Lenormand. That's exactly, yeah, that makes sense.
You guys aren't meant to be together. I just see explosion. I just saw an explosion.
And
And, and that doesn't mean something will blow up. That just means that
I did
this
too.
is
I think it was with KCMR in the beginning. Did I see an explosion? I saw an explosion for someone tonight. I don't know.
he wanted her to have a child.
He did? Okay. I knew it. Yeah.
Yeah, because when a man wants to control a woman, he wants her to get knocked up.
I felt like he was pushing her into having a kid.
And she goes, I did not put him out. Hey, I'll tell you what, KCMR, my last is in prison right now because I did push his ass out of the house because he was in the hospital after he was out screwing his girlfriend at the golf course. And I was home fixing his computer software because he's a dumbass. And then I get a call from the hospital saying that he's at the hospital. So I drive to the hospital and the nurse goes, oh, I see you're back.
Oh
No,
my
it's,
God.
I know. I'm telling you, Jeffrey, I've had a life. And
But
Julianne and I were talking about
that's
it.
what makes you an empath.
I gotta get this book written. I've got a lot of shit written. Her and I are gonna push each other.
Like, well, not saying that you had to have gone through all that to be an empath. It's horrible. You went through it, but I'm sure you tune into energy a lot better
I
because
do.
honestly, in a channeling sense for writing, it's better
Yeah.
to have been through SHIT shit and like because
I'm a,
you have the polarity of the ups and downs as opposed to everything being in the middle, or you know what I'm saying? Like I don't
how
think,
can you write about happy if you've never been
yeah,
unhappy?
right. It's more
How can you
colorful, I
write
think.
about
Yeah,
unhappy? Yeah.
yeah,
And when I write, I literally, when I get in a zone, I am visualizing the entire thing.
yeah.
I'm
That's like
visualizing the walls, the
this book and the
doors,
last book.
the knobs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're like
And
that
I
for me. Yep.
and I've had people tell me I write like a manuscript. That I'm so
That's well, and again, that's the thing
very
is it's like you're channeling. You really are channeling, and it is a form of psychic ability because unless it's investigative or even fiction and storytelling and linear thought processes that might be more represented in that type of art is still channeling. It's still channeling. Poetry might be a little more right brained, the one that's not math oriented because it's more sensory. I think it draws more on psychology and certain aspects of that. Was he trashed?
3 in the morning when I refused. Hell, William used to park down in the corner, and my neighbors would call me up and tell me he was parked around the corner, that he was just sitting there watching. And then I'd be watching TV, and I'd turn around, and I'd feel like there was somebody looking in the windows. I got to the point I had newspapers over my windows, and
Oh my
I had
god!
I had extension rods between walls and doors to keep it so they couldn't bust indoors. Trying to see what my oh, she finally decided. She's going blind. My dog is.
How old is she?
She's 14.
Oh,
She turned 14 this month, and she just went over a really bad bout of some kind of seizure. And I finally got her. She was almost back to kind of normal, knock on wood. But I got a vet's appointment to give her a. I always get her in every at least once a year for a full physical because you never know. So
yeah, that's
anyway,
true.
I was going to have you do something and then I forgot what the hell it was. Oh well. I don't think we got any more questions, Jeffrey. We got 10 people here though.
I was gonna say something, but I don't remember what it was.
I need to email you. I'm going to make sure I write that down. I'm going to write. I always have to write shit down, otherwise I forget.
Do you like using AI, Denise? Like to create thumbnails or anything?
A little bit, just a
I
little bit,
love it.
because
I love
otherwise it becomes. I I'm learning how to use it. But if you, I don't know what program you use, but I know that I have to be careful on what how I want it written. I don't know if you're talking about just regular AI, but I have writing
Well, I
programs
run
that I
into
use.
that too, where what it does is it's funny you say that because if you have any sort of tinge of violence in it, and I mean tinge, meaning like it might hint at it, it won't do it. So I'm kind of like, will Elon Musk put out like a version of Gronk that will?
Oh my God! Have you heard about that? Oh my
Yeah.
God!
Oh,
And
I'm
Apple
so
refused to put it
fascinated by
on their
all that
phone.
Nazi fascist like AI bullshit, like
Oh yeah, it was.
so dystopian. It's like insane, but I think it's funny as hell.
That was. I think someone got back at him that worked for him and worked in the. Went in there and kind of like did some back programming. Mel B's got a question. He
Yeah, I was
says,
just gonna write okay, Mel. Yeah.
"Yeah, give it to us, and we can lie to you just as well as any other tarot reader on the internet."
We can lie. I don't
Or we
lie
can
that
try.
well, though. I don't think,
I
no.
don't either.
People have told me I'm an easy read, and I'm like, really? I know I'm an easy read.
What I hate is I read people, and that's what the problem in most of my relationships. That's why I don't. I always knew when a man started cheating on me.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, I just knew.
Did they all
Well,
have the same towel, or was it different each time?
similar but different. It, yeah, my
Enough to raise the alarm, or
I
enough to
could
where you
tell
would
that.
investigate it and find out they were?
Well, I would start investigating. That's what happens, and then the telescopic lens comes out. I mean, I flew to Arizona one time for Michigan while his parents were staying with us. His parents were from Georgia, and they were staying with us because her brother had passed away, and they had to close all these bank accounts and houses out. He was a ghetto landlord. I mean, he owned a lot of shit down in Detroit. So while they were at the house, and I was escorting them all over the frickin' place, right? We lived in Ypsilanti, so we're talking what 40 miles from downtown Detroit at least. That son of a bitch had the audacity to fly to Arizona to meet up with his girlfriend, who she used to work for him. She was one of his employees. That
That's insane. I couldn't. Yeah, like
so
I.
but see, I when
Yeah.
he would be sleeping, I would sneak his keys and I would take it. And I know he's thank God he slept hard because I drove all the way into Ann Arbor from our house and I'd go into his office and I would go through all this shit. And I found all the shipping receipts that he was shipping her stuff and condoms and every fucking thing else. So when I confronted them, what are they going to tell me? Okay, Mel B, should I rethink my relationship with this person I befriended on Discord?
Oh, I read the first question she put in. That's what I was
Oh,
channeling on. But I'll do
what
both.
is that I need to know
And then I
now?
didn't know that they were intertwined. But
I didn't either.
I'll
Because
tell
the
her.
one,
Yeah,
go
I'll,
ahead, you tell her now.
I'll tell you. They were telling me, they were showing me berries for some reason, Mel B. And before I even threw cards on it, they told me that the fruit of the poison vine, and that sometimes to see something isn't to know it. So what they told me was that you have the ability. There's some issue with manifestation here, and what they when I threw the cards, and let me just finish doing it. What I got with the Lenormand was that your wisdom is right now the focal point of everything, meaning your age and your experience. And I don't mean like old age, but I think what's happening here is that being at a crossroads doesn't mean always that it's going to please everyone. And you need to put what people think of you more to rest. And the reason I'm getting that is, just give me 1 second, is this right here. Here you are, kind of in the middle of all of it. And at the same time, too, that you're in the middle of it, the garden is knighting to you. That's a public card. And then the crossroads is, and you have to make a choice. And that choice, you have control over it. It's a cross to bear. And it could be meaning to put something to rest. But really, you got the sun at the beginning of this. The sun on your immediate house, literally a house, and your immediate area is putting you at a place where you're actually able to see things come together in a new way because you got the star card. So you can make this happen, back to the whole manifestation bit, but you need to stop self sabotaging. Okay. And you got the clover, which is the opportunity card. And that wisdom a lot of wisdom right now that's been given to you by the foundations that you've created for yourself that you don't realize that sometimes you have. Um, so what they're telling me is you can make this happen. And I'm going to stop on the first question, let her read on the first question. Then I'll come back to the second one.
Okay. What next door?
Okay, CMR, you're welcome. I forgot to say you're welcome. I'm sorry.
It's like, welcome to our world. Your current situation shows you're reaching a milestone.
Yeah.
So what crosses your current situation is your achievement. But something else needs more of your attention. You got the Queen of Pentacles, and things are unbalanced. When she's upright, things are good for the world. They're good, practical, resourceful, mother care. But when it's reversed, everything kind of falls out. So it's something is more needed at home or at work. I don't know what you're looking for on this one, but because the next card was the Five of Wands and how it's moving forward. And you've got clash of ambition, outer conflicts that are affecting your life, Mel B. And then I got the Five of Swords right next to it. Accept loss and move on. Whatever the situation and with this struggle that you're having with the Five of Wands, they're just saying move on. It's not worth the battle. Because whoever you're going to go up against, it's the Emperor reverse. It's someone government powers, someone in management, someone who has control. There's been a lot more things I have been understanding much more clearly these days. Should I rethink my relationship with this person I befriended?
My answer to that is yes. I'll tell you why. When I first read it, I read it as defriended. And I'm thinking, like, why am I reading the B as a D? I just got new glasses. It's a 2010 prescription. Granted, I'm not a 2020. Never will I be again in my life. But what I heard from this was, let me show you what the card said. And I got the death card just now. I don't know if they're representing themselves as something they're not, or you're putting onto them something they're not. But I feel like the current energy with this is, I don't know if they're rich or they come from a lot of wealth, or it's Mercury in Virgo. But there's a lot of Virgo energy in the beginning of this reading that has to do with examination, reflection. I don't know if they come from a dark place where maybe they were suicidal. There was this chronic sort of sense here that there was a lot of misery going on as a result of something that they might have been through, and or you were able to commiserate with them because you kind of had been through the same thing. And the energy you two are sitting in is wallowing, but that wallowing came together and it fostered like a mutual, like, conduit of energy between you. There was this trading of energy. I don't necessarily know if the energy is bad, but I kind of feel like there's a misrepresentation of who someone is, because a Page of Cups is about a message, but this message is in reverse. And this can also be, when it's reversed, it can also be about someone who's sick. They might have prostate issues. But what I'm trying to say is it can also be gender neutral, or it could be like it could be like what do you call it? Not hermaphrodite. That's so not correct. Um, uh, I think Trump is beating all the woke out of me. Um, what do you call that? Uh,
What is it referring to? No,
I'm
I
trying
was
to buy not binomial, by non-binary.
okay.
So there's kind of this thing here where I don't know if this is a guy or a girl. They may be representing themselves one way to you, but their energy might come off as a guy when they are a guy, or it may be girl energy when they're a guy, or whatever. But in the subconscious is there is something healing about the relationship short term. I think this is Saturn in what is this? Saturn in Libra. Um, but I get the star reverse. There's some disenchantment in the current situation. I don't know if one of them's unemployed, but I kind of feel like they might be talking to you too long, too much of the time. Two of Wands reversed. This is the outer energy. Um, I feel like one of you is putting more stock into the relationship than the other and not getting back what they should. So that last card was the key to me that maybe you should stay away, is what they're telling me. This is a plan that goes askew because it's not like this, it's like this.
They're a bloodsucker.
I'm feeling like they're not, yeah. And then the hope and fear is that they will suck the life out of you.
Suck the life out of you.
And then nothing left to give. Barren, not Trump, Barren. Just like they do
And
identify
nothing
as
empty.
non-binary. Okay, I was definitely getting that energy, Mel, and I would ordinarily. I'm not saying that it's bad. What I was saying was, I'm like not certain. It's not in this day and age. If we, I mean, even when we look at one another's faces and we think we know them, you never know everyone 100% of the time, 100 minutes, 100 days, 100 lifetime. You don't know them. Someone might know you better than someone else. So I can't say don't talk to them. But what I can tell you is I feel like the level of what you want, unless you meet them, you're not going to get it.
Oh, yeah. Did you see that?
Yeah. And I kind of feel like they're energy suckers.
And
Like what?
that's what,
Yeah.
that's funny because that's when I said it feels like a bloodsucker.
I mean,
That's when I said, suck the blood
only
out of you.
Denise only made me make sense of it when she said bloodsucker, because I just don't
Because with
feel
my
like
card, Ace of Cups, get out of it. That's a
my
yes.
initial
Get out of
hunch was no, to get out of it. Yeah.
it. Your first was no, not to get out.
No, it was to get out. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
just thinking that there's more protection on the internet, but I don't want someone to be like giving up their whole life for somebody they haven't met. You know what I mean? Like I don't feel like I could honestly. It's hard to tell someone something no if they want to do it. You know what I mean? Like I don't.
and
It's not my
then
place.
the,
You know? Yeah.
and then the next one was this person's got good people skills though. So I'm picking up their manipulative because the next cup that card come up was the second seven of cups.
I'm getting water. I'll be right back.
Okay. Um, they're unable to commit. The seven of cups is reversed, which is mental unclarity. You know, this mass confusion all the time. There's always something going on, and they distract with something new. They have, I would say, they're probably a good time fellow. As somebody, as an acquaintance, I really believe I cannot have an honest conversation with them. Yeah, they're just what I call an acquaintance. A friend is someone that you feel a connection. And when you feel that connection, you know. So that's why I'm saying this person is delusional. And it's not bad or good. That's who they are. I'm telling you, I'm reading up on what they are. That's why when Jeffrey was reading to you, I heard bloodsucker. And it's someone, and a bloodsucker doesn't mean someone is to suck your blood, but they just, they're always needing something. They need a ride. They need a can of soup. They need $5. And then when you call them up and they're, oh, I'm so busy. I'll call you back. I'll, so they've always got an excuse for not being there for you, but you're always there for them. And resilience, you're going to be, the relationship is going to make it battle weary. You got a 9 of Wands, and it's just, you need to give up before you're all battle bruised, is what the card says. And then you ended up with the Judgment in reverse in the end. This person lacks remorse and they don't have the connection. They're not able to. Okay, she does pick up other people's skills. Yeah, because these people are really good. My sister Darlene, Darlene was good about making a deal with you. I have this table, and I'll let you have this table if you'll buy me lunch. And so you buy her lunch, and then there's, oh, well, I have to clear the table off. And before long, it's 3 weeks has passed, and you'll never get that table. So, but I loved her anyway. She was my sister.
So I
Okay.
asked the pendulum. I went and asked the pendulum because I didn't want it reliant on me to tell you not to stay away from him. But Pendy says to stay away from him. But that's your choice. I mean, sometimes, we're attracted to things that we can't stay away from.
We're like crows. We like the
Yeah.
shiny objects.
And also, we don't want to be alone.
No.
We're monkeys. Yeah.
And my pendulum says no also.
Oh.
I mean, yes. It's saying yes, get away from them.
Oh, okay.
I always like. So, but Jeffrey, we've been on an hour and 43 minutes. How you feeling? They can really detach quick, yeah. I forgot the question I was going to ask you. That bums me out, man. I need to get hold of. Oh, tomorrow night I'll ask Gigi about my dog. She's really good with animals.
Is she? Yeah.
Yeah. She should specialize more with animals. She's really good with. She picks up on animals. I have a connection with animals, but I don't read animals like they do. Like some people can really read.
I can't read them.
I can't read them either. But I feel the love from an animal. Yeah, she is. Even Julianne says she's really good with animals. So, but I have a connection. They gravitate towards me. Like wild animals aren't afraid of me. They just kind of look at me. Of course, I'm not threatening either. So, well, Jeffrey, we've been on an hour and 45. So you want to stay on or you want to go? Because I'm hot and sweaty.
I'm tired. I want to go to bed or watch. I want to watch some political garbage on YouTube.
No! Well, if you do watch that trucker, the enemy, he'll make you laugh. I mean, he's so funny. He's on almost every day, and he just tells you like it is. He talks about all these redneck truck drivers. And I get the humor out of it because I was a truck driver. I know exactly what he's talking about. Oh, man. Because this is my second recording today, and I still haven't. Well, then I was with Julie for an hour or two. I don't know how. You know how fast it goes when we talk. So, but you hang on. We'll log out. We'll end stream and stay on, and we'll talk.
Okay.
All right.
Bye, everybody.
Yeah. Thank you for coming.
Subscribe, it's free. Highlight the bell to get notifications and thumbs up. Make comments on replay. I want you to have love, light, and laughter in your life every day. Because if you love and shine light on it, it brings laughter into your life.